Behaviors in the classroom are sources of communication. It is important that we look at what the student is getting out of performing the behavior, or its function. In the example that follows, we will see a student who continuously hits and pinches peers and the teacher during individual work time.
All right, guys, we're now going to start independent work time, okay? How's it going over here, Judd?
Good.
What are you working on?
Don't worry about it.
All right, remember, we got to keep our hands to ourselves.
Keep your hands to yourself.
All right, nice job.
Get away.
As you could see, this behavior occurred frequently and prevented the student from learning alongside their peers. Continuously having to manage this problem behavior takes time away from instruction and prohibits learning. I will be providing an example of how to modify behavior in the classroom through positive reinforcement. But first, I'll begin by walking you all through the steps to teach a new behavior and how to reinforce it. It is important to look at when the behavior occurs. The context in this example is the student is unable to keep his hands to himself during individual work time. The behavior we want to see from the student is him being able to effectively work independently without hurting others. We cannot expect the student's behavior to change if we don't change some aspect of our classroom. I can make the individual work time more engaging and implement a reinforcement system.
We've been having some issues when we work independently with keeping our hands to ourselves. But I know me as a teacher and your peers aren't the biggest fan when you pinch or hit them. So I'm going to teach you how to work independently during work time, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do first is when I tell you guys that it's independent work time, you are going to start the work that has been directed, okay? And when me or one of your friends comes over to help or check in on you, all you're going to do is if you're getting frustrated or if you're angry, you just can raise a hand, okay? And I will come over and we'll give you a break, okay?
Okay.
So you won't have to hit or pinch or do anything like that if you get frustrated, right? So can you show me how, if you were to get frustrated, what would you do? Perfect. And I would come over and say, hey, Judd, go take a 5-minute break. And when you come back, hopefully you'll be ready to work. Okay? Nice job.
It is crucial as educators that when we want a behavior to increase, we reinforce the positive behavior. This can be done in one of two ways, through positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. These are done by adding a desirable stimulus to increase the behavior and removing an undesirable stimulus to increase the behavior. For this student's case, positively reinforcing the appropriate behavior that was taught is important, as that is the behavior we are looking to increase. Since each situation and student has different behavioral needs that have to be reinforced, it is important that we establish a reinforcement system for the entire class. This allows for each of the students' goals to be independently met while making it easier for us as the teachers. For the classroom in this example, we use Class Dojo. Each student also has an individual goal as well as a whole classroom goal. For this student's case, their individual goal is to work independently without harming others. When this occurs in the classroom, the student receives a point that can be traded in at the classroom store. Being consistent with the reinforcement systems you use is crucial. This means that it should extend outside of your classroom. In specials and in other classrooms, the students who still meet their behavioral goals in this setting should still receive their reinforcement. For this student, their specials teacher, as well as their general education teacher, all keep track of if he is meeting his goal in their room. They keep a simple tally of when they notice it and deliver praise. These points then get added in my classroom with a simple discussion.
All right, guys, it's time again for independent work time. Hey, Judd, how's it going?
Good.
Nice job working independently. Here's your point. Remember, you can use that later on at the classroom store.
As behavior is being learned, it is crucial to prompt the desired behavior. In the following example, you will see me point to a sheet that is shown.
All right, guys, it's time for independent work time. Remember, we gotta keep our hands to ourselves, right? Nice work, Jen. Keep it up, okay?
When implementing any reinforcement plan, it is crucial to monitor the progress the student is making. Data has to be collected to understand if the program is effectively meeting the student's needs. The number of occurrences of the undesirable behavior should be tracked before and after the reinforcement program is delivered to understand if the program is effective.